Game number 82 of the regular season is finished. The regular season is done, ladies and gentlemen. The Florida Panthers have beaten the Toronto Maple Leafs to split the regular season series by 2. Beating Toronto both times at home, losing Toronto both times at Scotiabank. Even though one of them we should have won, but it was, referee said no. It was a double tap, but this is stupid. No more dwelling on that anymore. This game was on ESPN, and it was something else, folks. It was something else. Florida Panthers have their final home game of the regular season against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto have really not much to play for other than one thing, and one thing only. Can Austin Matthews get his 70th goal of the season? Ladies and gentlemen, he was close 5 times. I think the shot in the third period was the closest that any player could get in scoring 70, believe it or not. And I'll talk about that. I will. I promise you. And I don't break promises. So anyway, in the final regular season game, as believe it or not, folks, I watched all 82. It's awesome, right? I'm on vacation in California. I saw 2 games. No, actually it was 3 before going to the airport. Yes, I was in LAX while watching the Florida versus New Jersey game. I promise you I did. All right, well, it's Anthony Stollarts going up against Joseph Woll. In this final regular season game on ESPN, have a lot of playoff implications, believe it or not. Not just for the Florida Panthers, as we would have seen, right? But, Detroit, Washington, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, just those teams. Toronto didn't waste a lot of time. So 3 minutes into the first period, Forsling gets called for a cross-check against Tyler Bertuzzi, and it's a surprise of absolutely nobody. Toronto scores on the power play, assisted by William Nylander, that's his 50th assist of the season, and Morgan Riley, that's his 51st assist of the season. The snapshot goes to Mitch Marner. He gets his 27th goal of the season to be up by 1 against Florida. So 1-0, Toronto ready. Then John Tavares, Simon Benoit, and Matthew Tkachuk go at it against each other. 2 Toronto players get called for roughing. Matthew Tkachuk gets 1. So Florida goes on a power play. That gets killed off. And a few minutes after that, there would be a, believe it or not, there was actually something happened with the ice rink. So they had to repair it. So more commercial breaks. So I think that has something to do with the glass. The plastic wall by the ice rink at the corner? That's what kind of came off, so they were going to repair it, and they did. But anyway, 20 seconds after the repair, or 30 seconds after, there was a giveaway. Which was bad all around. And 2-0 Toronto ready. Assists by nobody. Off the Risha is Noah Gregor. That's his 6th goal of the season to make it 2-0 Toronto. So Florida looking flat. Rodriguez gets called for a hold against Nicholas Robertson. Toronto goes on a power play. That gets killed off. And a fight broke loose. There was 2 slashings with Jake McCabe and Tyler Bertuzzi. Jonas Balinskis, who came back from Charlotte Checkers. Was it Checkers? I think that's the name. Gets called for a slashing. But however, 2 Toronto players got slashing called. Florida only got 1. So by rule, that's Florida power play. And Florida power play only got one. What is it? How many shots on goal? None. Wow, they missed all of them. So that power play is killed off. And Florida looking really flat in the first period, getting dominated by Toronto Maple Leafs. We go to the second inning. Second inning. Wow, listen to me. Second period. Being down 2 goals. Second period starts. Carter Verhaeghe wastes no time getting this puck in, and that was saved by Wall, rebounded by Verhaeghe, and he scores off the snapshot. But he didn't do it alone, though. He was assisted by Matthew Tkachuk. That's his 61st assist of the season. And Sam Bennett, that's his 21st assist of the season. Snapshot is Verhaeghe. We're down by 1 off the snapshot. So, down 2-1 against Toronto. Off to a good start against Toronto in the second period. So, pretty good start. 3 minutes later, Bertuzzi gets called for a goaltending interference, and that was a right call. Bertuzzi was right behind Stolarz, and if they make contact, he makes contact with the goalie in the blue Chris. That's an automatic goalie interference. And Chris Rooney, even him, cannot miss that one. And thankfully he did not. However, Florida did nothing with this power play. Well, actually, that's not true. They do get some shots on goal with Matthew Tkachuk, but both times that was saved by Joseph Woll. And one of them was close. It was a backhand opportunity that was saved by Joseph Woll. That was a good save by him. However, we do get a very quick 5-on-3 because Joel Edmundson gets called for interference to Sam Bennett, and that's an easy call to make. I can even see it from my TV. That is an easy call to make. Edmundson gets called for interference. He goes to the penalty box, and 5-on-3 for a bit. Florida then puts on a heavy pressure in the power play. Save by Joseph Woll from Tarasenko, Montour, Tkachuk, Reinhart especially. But the power play was killed off. So as frustrating as it is, you really can't lose hope for the Florida Panthers. But a couple minutes after the power play, we would get a goal in. There's an assist by Matthew Tkachuk. That's his 62nd assist of the season. That's his second assist of the game. And Forsling, that's his 29th assist of the season. Off the tip-in, Sam Bennett ties the game up with the tip-in. That's his 20th goal of the season. But we're not done. 10 seconds later, Barkov wrist shot saved by Woll. But here comes Reinhart, who buries it off the rebound. Reinhart gets his 56th goal of the season. And considering it was good enough time for Barkov shooting and Reinhart following through, Barkov gets his 56th assist of the season. So it's not Austin Matthews, it's Sam Reinhart. He may not have 69, folks, but he has 56. 56 goal of the season so far. And the Florida Panthers have taken a lead against Toronto. 10 seconds after a tie score, 10 seconds later, it's a go-ahead goal. But Florida's not done there. 3 minutes later, Florida Panthers looking incredibly good. All momentum is on their side. They're well adjusted. 10 minutes later, listen to me. 3 minutes later, we are now up by 2. This is assisted by Vladimir Tarasenko. That's his 32nd assist. And Barkov gets a second assist of the game. And that's his 57th assist of the season. Slap shot goes to Brandon Montour. That's his 8th goal of the season. To make it 4-2 Florida in the second period. Florida looking much better in the second period. And then a few minutes later, Limbushkin gets called for interference against Tarasenko. Florida almost making it 5-2 in this power play with Reinhart trying, Matthew Tkachuk almost getting it in. Verhaeghe almost got one. Bennett, Lundell, but all of them were saved by Joseph Woll. And now, after being down 2-0 in the first, to being up 4-2 in the second period, Florida exploded in the second period. Now we go to the third period. This is around this time we know Boston is losing. And then we found this out a little bit later on, that Boston was going to lose this game 3-1. I talked about this in my last video, so go check that video out first and then come back to this video. So now we're thinking Atlantic Division. 56 seconds into the third period, Tavares gets called for a hold against Montour. Throughout the game, there would be some scuffles, and majority of the time it involves Matthew Tkachuk and John Tavares into the pile-ups, but Tavares this time gets called for a hold. Florida does nothing. Well, actually, they got one shot on goal with Sam Bennett, but that was saved by Joseph Wall. But other than that, it was an easy penalty kill for Toronto. Then Sam Bennett didn't like this call. He gets called for a hook against Tavares, so it kind of makes it even with each other, although except this time it's Bennett, not Montour. So Sam Bennett goes to the penalty box. Toronto goes on a power play, and they're looking at Austin Matthews. Can he get the 70th goal? He was close in this one. He was close with this one. Austin Matthews with the wrist shot that wound up being saved by Anthony Stolarz. Now, I forgot whether or not. Okay, no, it wasn't this power play. It was the next one. But Austin Matthews was close. And then there was the next shots with Timothy Littringen. I can't pronounce it. I'm so sorry. But he hits the buff crossbar, so almost make it 3-4. But it just didn't where it meant to be. And the end penalty was killed off there. So good penalty kill there by Florida. Austin Matthews, 10 minutes and 4 seconds into the third period, did almost get the 70th goal, but that was deflected off the crossbar. And ladies and gentlemen, I cannot express how close that was. It was so close. You could pretty much think, okay, he probably got this one. But no, he didn't. He did not get this one. Oh, thank goodness. Mikula gets cold for roughing against Tavares. They go a little bit of a scuffle. And then they're still looking at Austin Matthews. It was deflected wide to the left. And was it this one? I think it was Austin Matthews gets a wrist shot, but that was saved by Stolarz. He was close. There was one shot. I think that was a shot I talked about with 10 minutes and 4 seconds in. The puck almost crossed the goal line. Here's Matthews. Here's Stolarz. Here's the puck. Stolarz was right there. Here's the goal. The puck was like coming through. Stolarz had a stick. Had to sway it away. It was close. It was so close. Not that I wanted to win this game, but I also don't want Austin Matthews to get his 70th goal on us. I really didn't want that to happen. Florida's defense did good enough to prevent that from happening. And then by this point, we have an empty net situation. Joseph Woll is now gone to the bench. Nylander tries to get one, but that was saved by Stolarz. And then Losarin has the puck, and he gives it to Sam Reinhart. And there it is. There it is, folks. Florida Panthers have a 5-2 lead. Losarin gets 15th assist of the season. Reinhart, with an exclamation point, gets his 57th goal of the season to finish off the regular season with 57 goals. And gets his second goal of the game. Put an exclamation point on Toronto Maple Leafs, and this is when I knew we win the Atlantic Division and win this game. And it feels incredible. Empty net still. Montour gets called for a high stick on Austin Matthews. They're still looking at Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews did try a shot attempt, but he misses wide to the right, and that just missed behind the net. Austin Matthews with a big shot, but that was blocked by Losarin, and that was it. Austin Matthews gives the puck away, and the clock hits 0. Regular season comes to a close. Boston lose 3-1 against Ottawa. Florida wins 5-2 against Toronto. Florida Panthers wins the Atlantic Division, and it's gotta feel special. The final record of the regular season is 52-24-6. When we look at the team stats, awful first period, but the rest of the game, Florida dominates. 42 shots on goal, and Toronto has 26. Florida has more hits than Toronto does. Florida has more face-off wins than Toronto does. Florida has 6 power play opportunities, considering it's under Chris Rooney. Toronto gets one. Toronto gets 5 power plays. They got one. Toronto has more block shots. They even out with takeaways. Florida has one more giveaway. And stars of the game, Sam Bennett gets 1 star with 1 goal and 1 assist. 2 stars goes to Sam Reinhart with 2 goals. And Barkov gets 3 stars with 2 assists. He's a setup man with this one, folks. So then we look forward to the postseason. Like I said, final record is 52, 24, and 6. With how many points we have? 110. 110 points of this season, folks. Final home record, 26, 13, and 2. Final away record is 26, 11, and 4. And our win streak is at 4. Practically sweeping this final homestand of the regular season. And that's a huge plus too. We were considered a road warriors in this season, but now racking up the home wins, it feels we're feeling more confident about the home ice. And that's it, folks. We have beaten the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it was well deserved. They come back, they did their job, and now on to the postseason, folks. Okay, there you go. That wraps up all 82 games of the regular season. It has been an incredible journey, folks. It has been an incredible journey. No matter what happens in the postseason, I am really happy and glad and honored to go through this journey with y'all throughout this entire season and be ready for the postseason. And I am so honored to talk about these games with y'all throughout the entire season, dating back all the way from October. I was on a cruise when I started doing these. I did the Florida Panthers. I was, believe it or not. No matter what happens, I'm honored to go along this journey with you all. And it's been a real pleasure recapping these games for y'all. It really has. And I did not regret it one bit. Even the times where I feel like I was going to be burnt out. But you know what? I'm not burnt out. Not quite there yet. Especially with the Florida Panthers. And I am so pumped for the postseason, folks. And that's where I'll leave it off. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have liked this video and the game itself, hit the like button, subscribe for content because my MTVG is back. And when he does, hit it right there with the fan entertainment you deserve. Let's go, Panthers. I'll see you guys in the postseason. Or, matter of fact, I'll have a playoff preview coming up soon. This is my MTVG. Sign off, folks. Good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, folks.